Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone today? Holy smokes, we are horizontal. Yay! Who is here with me? Hey, Carmen Dudley. How are you today? Good, I hope. I can't believe I'm actually horizontal. Yay! So let's see. What do I want to talk to you about today? Well, so much. You know, that's so funny. I say I have so much, and then about midway, I'm like, now what am I going to talk about? Anyway, hey, Nancy. Hi, Jean. Hey, Keels. I know. Can you believe it, Keely? Can you believe that that I think I figured it out? Lindsay told me once I figure it out, I need to do it like 10 more times so it's stuck in my brain. And that, I swear, that is the dang truth. That is for sure. I hope everyone is doing... Yay, Carmen, I'm so glad. Aren't you? Goodness. So I hope, has everyone had a good week and is ready to get artsy? Don't forget that I will be traveling this week, and so on Tuesday, unless I have my layover happens to be particularly long. She is smart, Keels. She is. Unless, you know, I might be able to just paint with you while I'm sitting at the airport I think I have a layover in Salt Lake City, actually. But unless, so that's on Tuesday. On Thursday, remember, I will be at K & Crafts in Minnesota, in Moorhead, Minnesota, and I'm gonna, so for that Tuesday pop-in paint party, I'm gonna do a Minnesota Christmas card demo. But it's all stuff that you can take the techniques and, you know, use them for cards of whatever, you know, whatever you want. So be sure to tune in. So you're going to tune in to K & Crafts on their Facebook page. So be sure to look for me at 10 o'clock Minnesota time on Facebook, on K & Crafts Facebook. And then I'm going to try and do a little, on my Facebook, I'll try to do a little, hey Ronnie, hi Jamie. I'll try to do a little tour of the store of, you know, all the cool artsy stuff that they have. We got to support those local stores. And like I said, they're amazing at shipping, and they have such a wide variety of products there. You'll love it. You'll love it, love it, love it. Anyway, so we'll talk about that. So I'll still see you on Thursday. I'll just be someplace else. I won't be sitting here at my kitchen table. On Saturday, I'll be at my parents' house, so I am planning on still having a class on that day. And then the following week, I guess I'll kind of have to play it by ear. I think Tuesday I'll be okay. And then Thursday is the day I don't know about, and Saturday is the day also that I don't know about. But then I'll be home on the 11th, and then after that we will resume our regularly scheduled programming. I did want to tell you that I do have 2 new art printables coming out. One on, hey Sarah, one on the 1st and one on the 11th. So be on the lookout for those. I hope that everybody looked for their, hi Angela, are you new here? If you are, be sure to follow me at Corbiere-Scott Designs on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Well, let's see, what else was I going to talk about? Oh, I know. Like I said, so on Friday, I'm going to be doing a Facebook Live paid class at Winneconne Crafts in Winneconne, Wisconsin. And it's all alcohol marker backgrounds. And then I'm going to make some cards with a stamp set that I created for them called Barrel of Fun, which is all a big celebration of Wisconsin. So if you are a Wisconsin crafter, you might want to look into that, joining us on that. Or if you're just intrigued with alcohol markers as background creators, if you want to look for some artsy kind of backgroundy things, be sure to Winneconne Crafts. She has a decent online presence, and so she has a decent online store, I should say. So you can either register for the class online, or you can call her, and she's on Facebook also. So you'll if you go to Winneconne Crafts Facebook page, you'll see 3 of the 4 cards. I wanted there to be a little bit of mystery. 3 of the 4 cards and the 3 of the 4 backgrounds that we're gonna do. So, and I will also start posting those on my social media, so you'll kind of see. Anyway, blah 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 blah. Be that as it may. So let's talk about today's artist. And I just know you girls are gonna flip. So today's artist is a woman. She's American, and she is a businesswoman, an entrepreneur. She is really known for her bright colors and her strong use of patterns and her vivid use of warms and colds. Warm colors and cool colors. Does anybody want to venture a guess who I'm talking about? Anyone? 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 No? Not one guess. Well, I will share. Oops. So I got my big iPad out today so that I could share pictures. I feel like this might be the better way for me to share pictures with you. Although, I don't know. Tell me if it works. Tell me if it's Laurel Burch. Laurel Burch. Do you see her gorgeousness? Do you see all of her beautiful colors and patterns? And she's just amazing. So here she is in all her beauty. So let's talk about her. So she was born in 1945 and passed in, let's see, there. Better. Passed in 2007. Laurel Burch was a young single mom who was born with a debilitating disease called osteopetrosis. So it was a rare and painful bone disease that she had her entire life. Yes, absolutely. Yes, I knew you'd be so happy, Rennie, with cats. Nancy, I know. Isn't she the best? Lori, she's all about quilting. So here's a fun fact. When we lived in San Francisco, we were broke as a joke. But there was a Laurel Burch. I mean, and we lived there in 1991. So in 1990. So she was still way in her heyday then. But anyway, she had a clearance center. She would have these once a year or once like every 6 months. She would have these big warehouse sales. And I'm telling you, my friend Carmela and I would go, and we had like Laurel Burch sweatshirts in every color. We had earrings and stuff that we could never afford to buy normally. But anyway, so the interesting thing about her is that because of this horrible disease that she had, her perseverance, I think, was so apparent, because she had more than 100 bone fractures through her life, because the littlest thing could break her bones. It's just but her perseverance and determination and zest for life was so paramount to her success, right? Like because she left her troubled home. Hey, Stephanie Prince. She left her parents' home in Southern California young, because it was not a great environment. She moved to San Francisco, and she lived there in the 60s. And the interesting thing was, she lived there in the 60s, but I got some, look at this one. Look at that, it's so pretty. There. She lived there in the 60s in the Haight-Ashbury district. But she had 2 kids that she had to raise by herself. And so she wasn't part of the hippie generation there. She was a young mom who needed to support herself and her 2 children. And so the story goes that she started to create jewelry. She would go to junkyards and she'd find interesting metal pieces, and she would take them home and she would hammer them flat on the back of an old frying pan. Fascinating, right? She was one of the first women especially, to go to China to have them to source different things for her. I know, Linz! And look I'm horizontal! I'm so happy. Oh, Margaret, I just did a commercial for your class. Anyway, she was, I wonder sometimes if her choice of colors and her choice of happy messages had to do with, number 1, that she didn't have a happy upbringing, and number 2, that she had this debilitating disease, right? And that she needed to yay! Oh, I'm so glad you're making the kits. That's so exciting. I wonder if she did that to, how we all you have to surround yourself with happy and surround yourself with positivity to remain positive yourself. You know what it's like. If you hang around with somebody who's kind of a Debbie Downer, you start to be like, yeah, life really stinks. Anyway, a quote from her is, I live within the vivid colors of my imagination, soaring with rainbow feathered birds, racing the desert winds on horseback, wrapped in ancient tribal jewels, dancing with my mythical tigers in steamy jungles. Stop it. She's so cool, isn't she? Like that she has this, you conjure up this visual that I think will just inspire you, right? So let's see if I have some more. So she's big into butterflies and cats, lions, horses. Her artwork is just, it's so iconic and so full of bright colors that was, I really wanted you to, that's why I really tried to impress upon, like, it doesn't matter what you color with today, just make sure it's bright. So I did find how to draw a Laurel Burch cat on my iPad, and so here are the steps, because the most important thing is that we're going to draw a cat, right? And then we're going to fill it with patterns. And so I'm going to start you out. I've drawn mine already, but I found this little, I don't know what you call it, like a little how-to on Pinterest. So divide your paper in quadrants, right? But make sure that you, you know what? I'm going to use these pens that I've been talking about that I got at Christina's store. So they're Unipin fine lines. So I have them in every size because remember, girls, I cannot deny myself any cuteness. But the cool thing about these pens is that the tip is metal. And so you're not going to smash down the felt as readily. So I'm going to draw with pen, which is out of my comfort zone, but I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. So you're going to divide your paper in quadrants with pencil really lightly, just so you can kind of spatially create. So then we're going to draw our head here, right? So there's step 1. Step 2, we're going to draw our ears. We're going to draw our nose. And then from here, we're going to draw our eyes. I can hardly wait to start painting this. I'm telling you, I'm so excited about it. Okay, now we're going to fill in the insides of our ears. And now we're going to add a line right there. Hi, Debbie. How are you today? Right there. We're going to draw a line under this eye and under this eye. And then we're going to draw our eyes, our eyeballs, right? And then within the center of those, we're going to draw the little dark spot. Just start thinking about all of the colors that you can fill this in with. And now we're going to draw our whiskers. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now just above this eye, we're going to come and we're going to bring this around and we're going to come to about there, right? And now we're going to come right from about here and we're going to go straight down to where the tail ends. Hi, Kelly. I'm glad you're here. I want to make sure that's up high enough that you can see. And then we're going to draw the feet, right? 1, 2. Okay. And now we're going to draw the tail. So we're going to start, well, I drew over it. So I'm going to have to fill that in with some kind of pattern. Now we're going to draw the tail. We're going to start from here. We're going to draw this weird kind of a funky S, right? And then going to kind of fill it in. Does everybody kind of get that? And then we can draw our claws. Does that help everybody? I hope. So I drew mine. Do you want me to leave this here for a bit? Yes? So just think, you're just breaking it down, right? So I'm gonna leave it there while I talk about these pens. How's that? Does that help everybody a little bit? So, like I said, they're called Unipen, P-I-N, Fine Line. They're water and fade proof. They're pigment ink, right? So, if we draw with it and then we paint on top of it, it will not move, right? These are, Christina at Scraps of Love has a bunch of them. Well, I bought all of the 003s and the 005s, but I'm assured she will order some more. So they come in, so what I drew this one with was the 0.80, but there's also a 0.50, a 0.3, a 0.1, a 0.3, and a 0.5. So I'm gonna draw lines with them so you can kind of see. So this is 0.8, I believe, 0.8, right? This is 0.5. This is 0.3. This is 0.1. Where am I? This is the only place where they bled through on, and this is just copy paper, Kelly, is where I pressed hard, like where I started. So if you were mindful of that, I don't think that you would have bleed through. But the most important thing, Kel, is that you, because I do Bible journaling also, the most important thing is that you don't want it to move. You don't want it to move once you start to watercolor on top of it. Do you know what I mean? For me, that's the most important thing. I'm not as bothered with bleed through because then I'll just make art on the other side of that page. I'm going to do a flip through of all of my Bibles before I start my next Bible journaling classes, and that will be in October. I don't have dates yet, but you'll know. You know. It'll give me something else to talk about. Okay, this one is 0.03. And this one is, I guess I should have had it here, 0.05. So I'm going to come a little closer so you can, oops, where am I? There we go. So you can kind of see the difference. But I'll tell you what I love about these pens is that, number one, like I love micron pens, but I have smushed the end because I go through so many, because I draw all day and I ink all day, right? But I can I can bend the end of the nib. Do you know what I'm saying? And so, so this one's 0.05 micron. There, can you see? See, I bent that one already. And it's barely there. Hi, Carolyn Kavanaugh. So, I bought one of every one they had. So, I really like them. They're a smooth writer. They're, and we'll get to test it all. Hey, Kathy. We'll test it all on my cat today. How's that? Okay, so let's get, is everyone done drawing their cat? Yes, no, maybe so. I'll wait a sec for you to answer me. So I was trying to get a little bit Laurel Burchy today. Like the one thing that her stuff is, she certainly, like she has so many of her pins and her earrings are so iconic, right? And so they, I think I'm going to trace with the 0.8. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I'll try with the 0.8. So I kind of wanted to replicate her pins that were, enamel. Remember that your pencil is just a guide. You don't have to draw right on top of it. It's okay. I'm going to come down here. So I started to fill my cat in with some patterns. I'm not exactly sure, but oh, I know what I was gonna say. One thing that I really thought about was she's really into borders. So I thought that I would somehow incorporate a quote or another pattern or something. I started her name over a little bit so that my pattern could go here, here, here. You know what I mean? So I'm not exactly sure where I'm going with it yet. But I just thought, holy tamale, this is going to be a fun one for everybody. We have some cat lovers. Okay, let's see. This is thick. This is really thick mixed media paper, Kelly, and it did not bleed through. But that's totally different than a Bible page, right? Because we know Bible pages are super thin. Okay, so I'm going to just trace my design as I have it so far. By the way, this is more how the, hi Zelda, hi Julie. This is more how the tail should meet the feet. Right? I just think what a legacy she left for her children, you know? I mean, I think that because when her children were small, hey Christine, her she was gone a lot, and so I think that, you know, there's always a payoff and a cost, isn't there? As a mom, if you're home, then they think you're overbearing or something. If you're away, they feel like you are neglectful. I don't know. But what her legacy of perseverance and determination, those are skills that those children will carry throughout their entire lives, I'm sure. So, new people, Julie and Zelda. Be sure to follow me at Corbiere-Scott Designs on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And my art principles that we play with on Tuesdays and Thursdays are available at CorbiereScottDesigns.com. On Saturdays, we do a little artist study. We do a little art history. We do some color theory. in our art journaling. So we have, I was just thinking, gosh, we've just studied so many amazing artists, haven't we? We are so lucky. I just love it. So we're going to, we're lucky that there's such a plethora of amazing artists for us to follow, right? And that we have this amazing community right here. You know, I'm feeling like, hey Linda, how are you today? I'm feeling like a gold pen would be a nice addition to this kind of art, don't you think? Because of like a lot of her jewelry, like I said, was so that there was like these inlaid colors. I just feel like that's hi Mom. They all know I'm coming to see you. I'm so excited. And that my next Saturday class will be from your house. That'll be fun. So remember, we're just going to be inspired by her. So you can fill your Laurel Burch cat with whatever patterns you choose. Mine, of course, is going to be flowers. So think about, you know, what you'd like to, I mean, it could be crazy stripes. It could be zigzags and, well, golly, it could be anything you want, really. Her stuff was just so, I think what tips it off are the eyes, right? You know immediately that they're, excuse me, that's one of her designs. And she said the first time she had stuff made in China, they thought that her eyes looked too human on a bird that she drew, and so they fixed them. And she was like, oh golly. So she said that was so nice, but next time can you just leave it the way they are? Because that's kind of what her trademark, right? Are the eyes of her cats, that they look kind of human. Stars. Ooh, that'll be pretty, Rennie. That will be really pretty. I'm gonna play with some more of these pens to just have some different thicknesses of lines. So I'm just gonna keep drawing. Hi, Carrie. Does anybody have a Laurel Burch story, or do they have Laurel Burch? I'm sure everybody's got something Laurel Burch at their home, right? Her artwork is so iconic. But I just want to let you know that next week's artist, number 1, is not a girl. Number 2 is not American. So, but I can hardly wait to share his stuff with you. That's for sure. So I'm feeling like we could, we could fill each. Hey Bev, how are you? We are talking about Laurel Burch today. That's so interesting. In the paper art world, she has lots of stamps out there that people make cards with. Her stuff is, oh my gosh, I'm telling you. I think it's Stamp Pendus who carries Laurel Burch. I know, Christine, isn't her stuff just gorgeous? And I remember when I first started to work at Scraps of Love, the companies send that oftentimes, I should say, companies that sell stamps will send a board with lots of samples on it for display. And I'm telling you, I saw the corner of those cards, like it just, the corner was sticking out, and I knew it immediately, because it was those beautiful, like that rich cobalt blue and some gold and purples and pinks, and then she had other things that were like big beautiful yellows and oranges and hot pink, and oh my gosh, it was just fabulous. I mean, I haven't worked there in a long time now, but that was one of the fun things about working at a store like that, is that you could, that I saw all that stuff, and that because I knew her from such a different way, I knew her because of fashion and jewelry and those kinds of things. It was cool to see her stuff in the art world, in the card making world. Okay, so I'm fiddling around here. Oh, you know what I need to do on this cat? I need to do the insides of her ears. Remember, we did that. And I'm feeling like, I don't know, like I started to draw stripes in her tail, because, that would be kind of cool. And it could be cool, like, to have all those different colors. But now I'm kind of, I don't know. How about you guys? What are you doing? Is anybody else drawing a cat? I mean, the cool thing about Laurel Burch is that her style could be emulated in a million different objects, right? You could do a heart, or you could do a mountain scene. She has some cool mountainous things out there. You can do, I mean, it could be whatever we want, right? Because it's our art class. We can do whatever we want. So I'm gonna do her name now, because I'm really digging that. And I'm really thinking about my border, and I'm thinking about my patterns. But I really want to erase my pencil lines and start to paint on here, so we can see how this pen does with water-based products, right? I think she does do some dogs. Oh, see, I'm really thinking about that too, Keels. I was really thinking about circles. But why couldn't we do circles like within our stripes? Or, oh, I love that. I love that, Christine. Totally watch us on the replay. That, you know what? That was what I love about Facebook Lives, is that I know everybody can't come on at the exact time. I mean, I love when people do, because it's nice to have somebody to talk to. But that you can get artsy inspired anytime, whenever the mood hits you. Oh, what did you say, Kelly? The stripes, I know. That's what I was kind of feeling like too, Kelly. That it would be a good transition-y place, and it would be an amazing spot to fill with color, right? because the tail could be stripes, but then the rest of the body could be whatever else I wanted, right? It could be all flowers, or it could be zigzags, or I don't know, whatever tickles my fancy. So I think I'm going to watercolor with my Prima Classics, and then probably enhance with colored pencils because I can't help myself. Hi Terry, how are you? We are studying Laurel Burch today. What a example of human fortitude, you know? Can you imagine having this debilitating disease and still just carrying on and just doing what you have to do? Because that's what we just have to do. I know, that's what I was kind of feeling like too, Kelly. I was feeling like I could fill it with whatever. Right? Oh, you know what? I just realized I didn't do, isn't it interesting how, you know, you're drawing and drawing and drawing, and then when you go to erase, that's when you're like, oh, I forgot to put the little claws on there. Or I forgot to, you know, whatever. But once you erase the pencil lines, it's always like, ooh, next step, right? And I'm already kind of thinking about my colors. Nancy, I use the 0.8 and the 0.5 and the 0.3. I just wanted to fiddle around and play. But when I'm drawing like designs for stamp companies, I tend to use thinner nibs, but that's not to say I don't use bigger ones too, just depending on what I'm drawing. I kind of like having a variety at my fingertips, but you might start with kind of a middle of the road. Do you know what I mean? I'm just using, Kelly, I'm using this cheap high polymer eraser that I got at the dollar store. I will tell you that in every class I teach, I tell people to have a mechanical eraser or mechanical pencil and a white eraser, because a white eraser will never leave a big gray smudge or a big pink smudge. Always use a white eraser, in my book. Other people might think differently, but I have never, a white eraser has never done me wrong. That's for sure. So I think I'm going to start to, I'm going to work on some details for a bit, and then we can, oh, you do, Carmen. That's so cool. Her stamps are so pretty, aren't they? I just think that her artwork is just so iconic. Oh, she does fish too, and those are very cool. So at back to school time, like now, is a great time, Kelly, to get these polymer erasers. That's a great time. But I also like to, that's when I stock up on composition books. In my lettering class, I've used grid patterned, what do I want to say? Grid pages in a composition book for years. It got to the point where Walmart, okay, sorry about that. Sorry. My phone rang. That's the first time that's happened. That's weird. Yes. graph paper composition books. I've used them for years because when you're doing hand lettering, I feel like the graph gives you a nice spatial reference point. Not that I ever want anyone to feel like, oh, this has to be 5 squares high or 6 squares wide or whatever. I just want you to like start to visually see, like, oh, I need to, like, if I make this C really big, then I need to compensate on the B, or the, do you know what I mean? Like, you'll start to see differences. You'll just start to see differences and areas where you need to like just make some little adjustments. Okay, so I'm feeling like I'm gonna do some stripes in here. How about everybody? What is everybody else gonna fill their cat with? That's what inquiring minds want to know. Are you filling it with polka dots? Are you filling it with stripes, zigzags, words? Absolutely. So I will just tell you that, so anyway, I was saying, so Walmart couldn't keep up with me. So I just had to start ordering it online, because part of my class was that I gave everybody a graph paper filled composition book, and I'm telling you, it was just the sorry about that, reading and talking at the same time. Hi Dot, how are you? I think you're new here. Be sure to follow me at Corbiere-Scott Designs on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And also be sure to send me your email address. Ask to join our private Facebook group called Let's Get Artsy with Anne Corbiere-Scott. We have the best, we just have the best. Me too, Jamie. Don't you just love flowers? Oh, Nancy. You know what? What about you could fill it with like dog paws? Shut it. That would be cute. Oh, Sarah, I'm so glad you bought it. That's so cool. Thank you so much. That was the, I designed those for Adorn It. Those faith stamps. My friend Debbie Miller, who's the Debbie art principal is named after, she has a mask that is all doggy paws. She's a doggy freak, like the rest of us. Anyway, it's all doggy paws, and they're all like really bright colors. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. They're so, so cute. So now I'm feeling like I might want to do some more flowers. I am. So we could do another one. Let's see. This one I think I want to have like stubby petals. That's kind of cool. But we could do a couple layers. Shut it. Cute. We can just start the next ones. Let's do one more. Hi Lena, how are you today? Good, I hope. Kind of digging that. But you know what I'm feeling like down here? we could do big kind of I was just talking to my sister. If you are a child of the 70s, don't you just love those great big 70s daisies? Come on, I just love them. They make me so happy. Do you remember they were on everything? Notebooks, sweatshirts, everything. Everything. I think I want to just fill him with him or her. The different flowers. Jamie. Oh. I love that. Oh. I love that you have an acre of flowers. I love that. I do. We kind of have a different growing season here in Arizona because it's so hot in the summertime. That one's too big. This is why I like a pencil. So we can draw things, grow things at different times. Now I forgot what I was going to say. Something about sunflowers. It'll come back. It'll come back. Oh, Sarah, I'm so jelly that you got to see Susan. That's for sure. We just want to get kind of the basic idea because remember the beauty comes when we start to color, right? When we add color, that's when we can add so much dimension and so much 3, 4, 5, 6. We need one more. Just so much interest, right? 7 minutes? Keely, oh my gosh, I didn't even start to paint yet. Oh my gosh, this hour went so fast, you guys. Are you up for staying just a little bit longer? Will you stay just a little longer so I can, oh my gosh. Is everybody all right with that? If I just, telling you. Okay, I'm going to start to paint something so that we can kind of get an idea. Time goes so fast. All right, so I'm going to just take some of my, okay, I'm going to move that over a little bit. And thanks for being my timekeeper, though. Hey, Laura, how are you all the way? Are you still in Florida, I presume? Okay, so I'm going to use hot pink, of course, because why wouldn't I? So I'm thinking about my warm colors and cool colors. So I think I want to make a warm color cat. Although this hot pink, I will say, I think is a little bit of a cool hot pink. It's not really a warm color. It has a blue, kind of a blue base, I think. But whatevs. Okay, so I am just gonna start painting, like just getting a base of color down. Number 1, so we can test these pens, and number 2, so I can kind of see what I want to do. Do you know what I mean? Like where I'm kind of going aesthetically. See, I am not seeing these pens moving it up. Hey Sharon, did you be sure to download save your art printables to your downloads on your computer the other day? Because that link expires in 24 hours and I want to make sure that you have all of the art that you paid for. So if you didn't, let me know and I'll send them to you in a different way. Do you know what I mean? Oh, Kelly, thanks. I just love colors, don't you? I'm feeling like some yellow would be pretty on here. I wonder, you know what if I did the whole cat in the same kind of like 3 or 4 colors? That might be kind of cool, right? Like to see the different. Now I got a big idea. That's for sure. So the paint is bleeding, but the ink is not bleeding. So what it says is true. Water and fade proof pigment ink. It is like I said, the paint is bleedy because of this paper, but the ink is not. So it gets an A+ for me. It's a smooth writer. It does not move with water. It has a strong tip. And I feel like the colors are quite it's nice and a nice deep black, and it is there's a big variety of nib sizes, which is really good. I just noticed right here I need a I did not add one of these little thingies. I don't know what I was drawing, but well, you know what? I was starting out kind of mandala. If it doesn't work, Sharon, just send me a message and I'll fix it for you. Okay? You did download them on your phone. Well, did you just open them or did you download them? If you downloaded them and they kind of go in and you put them in like a folder or something, you will be fine. But if not, just let me know and we'll fix it. Okay? Just stuck my pinky in paint. So, what we've learned is those pens are maze balls, and that Laurel Burch rocks, but we all knew that already. And, ooh, my old junky refrigerator. Ooh, lime green. That's Lori's favorite color. See, I was really playing with lime green and blue and purples. I was really toying with that in my noggin. Maybe I could do her name in that way. Or I could do my border in that way. Oh, the possibilities are endless. I need to do the rest of my flowers. Like ink the rest of my flowers. So this is the 0.1 quite a bit smaller than the 0.8 that I was using for most of the cat. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. So the old broken fridge is gone. Yay! The new used fridge is in its spot. It's not in the living room anymore, thank goodness. And it is running. It is quite loud, but you know what? It is nice and cold inside. So happy about that. We didn't have to replace our entire hot water heater, so that's good. The guy tried to talk Jeff into it, and he was like, hey, I just bought a fridge. Can you give me a couple weeks to... You know, crazy. I'm kind of liking these flowers with like the layers and layers of petals. I feel like I might want to do like lots and lots of petals, you know? That's kind of cool. Oh, look at how small these are. I'm totally going to have to now to kind of fix that flaw. And these petals, I'm feeling like could totally fill those in with patterns with, ooh, that's another thing I can test, girls. I can test how this does on top of watercolor paint. It should be fine, but that's another thing that we want to know, isn't it? Art journalers want to know. Put it through its paces. What can it do for us? Hi, Sue. How are you? Oh, perfect, Sharon. But if it doesn't work, seriously, for any reason, send me a message, okay? So Sue, are you are new here, I presume? If you are, please follow me at Corbiere-Scott Designs right here on Facebook. And on Instagram, if you are on Instagram. And also, send me your email so that you know kind of what's going on in the world of Corbiere-Scott Designs. I feel bad because somebody didn't want to know what was happening in the world of Corbiere-Scott Designs, like what things are coming up, because she's unemployed, and I think she felt like it was going to cost money. Oh my gosh, spread the word, girls, that I just like making art with people. Not that I don't like making a living, I do, but I don't ever want people to not make art because they feel like they can't afford it. Hi, Jean, how are you? We are studying Laurel Burch today. Every week, every Saturday, we do a kind of like a mini artist study where we celebrate the art and the artist. And we, oh, poor little kitty paws. And we, so we art journal. We do a little art history. We do a little color theory. And the more, because we do color theory every week, because we talk about it every week, it's going to become just second nature for all of you. Because we talk about all of these artists and their style and their mediums, it's all going to become second nature to you. I promise. It will all just become part of your artsy arsenal in your noggin, you know? Oh, I was just going to see, that's still pretty wet, to see if I could draw on it with the pen. But I will draw some, like a pattern in there maybe, and see. I'm feeling like I want to do these skinny stripes like the outline of each petal in yellow. I think I'm just gonna start with that. So Jean and Sue, be sure to follow us and join my private Facebook group, because we are the kindest group of artsy pals you'll ever meet. Everybody is kind and supportive, and just this amazing group of friends that we've all become through the pandemic, which is crazy. My only rule is no meanies, and you know, I work really hard to create art for people to purchase. So I would appreciate it if you didn't promote other people's art on my page. That's a no-no. You know, I am just trying to make a living, but as long as you're not mean, we're good. Hey Jan, how are you? What's new in your world today? Oh, that was kind of watery. I'm gonna have to come back on that one, I think. Look at that. Doesn't that just scream the 70s? I love it. So pretty. Remember, we're because I'm painting in this art journal, I have to make adjustments to the way that this paper absorbs paint and pen. And so remember, we talked about that it doesn't matter what you have at your disposal, just learn to make it work for you, right? So I know that I don't have wiggle room with this paper. If I put a color down, I need to be mindful of getting it right where I need it to be. Oh, thanks, Jan. That makes my heart happy. I am going on a trip next week to Montana, and then my sister and I are driving across to Michigan to see my parents. Well, our parents. Anyway, we're so excited. We're so excited. We just want to see each other's faces again, you know? I think that's kind of the one of the hardest parts, isn't it, of all of this, is lack of human interaction, you know? Gosh, it just feels like that's getting old. But you know what? I have this. So I know that 3 times a week, I'm going to be surrounded by artsy friends who love the same stuff as me. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. Thank you. Thank you, Kelly. I just, you know, I love some bright color stuff. You know it. You know it. That's for sure. I'm kind of loving this one too. And it will be fun to paint. You know, I feel like my goal is to have it and Grandma Moses completely painted, and Mary Blair. Yeah, I know that was a long time ago, but I didn't finish painting it. But having all of the painting part done before I go, so then I can color with colored pencils in the car. My sister likes to drive, and I draw. And we just talk, sing, sing, sing. All songs from, oh, Laura, I'm so glad. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Stephanie, I love that. I know, I just miss you so much. I just miss, you know, that once a month we got to talk and hug and make art together, and golly, it just feels like the world has gotten, for the most part, I will say, not everyone, but you know, I feel like for the most part, people have gotten very creative in ways to still stay in touch with each other. Do you know what I mean? To make it work. Instead of, you can't just give up, right? Artists don't give up. We just find a new way. I know, sister, I'm telling you, we have the best sister trips. We have the best sister trips. We do. And seriously, you will probably hear us singing all the way at your house. And we just laugh and sing, and I'm sure cars driving by us are like, what is going on with those girls? That's for sure. But we don't care. We don't care. But it'll be a different trip this year. We did the same trip last year. But this year, you know, we have a little bit of a little adjusting to do, but we're tough Midwest girls. We can adjust like nobody's business. Well, I guess I should probably let everybody go, because I'll just keep yakking and talking and painting and, you know. Oh my gosh, Jamie, take a picture of your beautiful flowers and post it in the group. We would love to see it. I would love to see, like, that would be great inspiration for more art printables for me. More flowers. I'm taking pictures of flowers where Trader Joe's, I'm just going to tell you, Trader Joe's has the best flowers. Every now and again, my husband buys me a bouquet of grocery store flowers every weekend. But every now and again, I will sneak into Trader Joe's and take pictures and then treat myself with a bouquet of pretty flowers. So I will probably not see you on Tuesday unless, like I said, unless I just start talking to you from the airport in Salt Lake City. But Thursday, remember, I'll be at Kay's store in Moorhead, Minnesota, and tune in. So be sure to like Kay and Crafts on Facebook. They're amazing. Dan and Kay are just amazing, and I'll take you on a tour and show you all the cool artsy stuff she has. And then on, like I said, on Friday, so this is Thursday, on Friday I'll be at Winneconne Crafts in Winneconne, Wisconsin, and I will I'm teaching a class there that's a pay class, so you can check that out. It's on alcohol marker backgrounds, so it's alcohol ink backgrounds but created with alcohol markers. You will love it. And then I will also do a little tour of her store and show you the cool artsy stuff she has. So I'll be on, it'll just be different. And then on Saturday, we'll be back, I'll be at my mom's house at her kitchen table probably. And we'll do another artist study. And then Tuesday, I'll do a art printable pop-in paint party from their house. Thursday and Saturday, I don't know yet, of next week. So I hope that kind of helps. But I promise that I will give you some kind of heads up on social media. I adore you all. Thank you so, so much. Like I said, just keep following me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I will keep posting and try to keep in touch with all of you, and I will just keep making art, and I hope you keep making art and keep posting it to our private Facebook group. Come on, I love that. I adore you, Steph. I adore you all. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy weeks to just make art with me. I just appreciate it so much. Thank you so much, and I will see you maybe from the airport. Because I might get bored. You know. I adore you all. Thanks so much. Bye.